Hi everybody, here's Christian, and this is our Let's Play of Stardew Let's Play playthrough, play. And this beautiful sound says that the rain is over. It's going to rain tomorrow again. Oh, so good. Very displeased today, the spirits. I can understand. I do understand it completely. How are you doing? I hope you enjoyed the gift. I've sent you well goodbye emoji cloth. Okay. Let's put it in here. Let's get this stuff. Eggplant. Yeah, eggplant emoji. Today is emoji day. Apparently. Oops. So there's you have to remind me, by the way, guys, if I forget to lay down the paths between the trees, I am a bad person and I should feel bad. So today I wanted to talk about something that I realized recently, and that is how incredibly amazing the movie Ant-Man is. I was shocked. I mean, I saw it before, but I rewatched it recently because I was like very tired and didn't want to go to bed, and it was on Netflix. Isn't that the best story ever? And holy smokes, that was such a great movie. My claim is, bold claim. Are you ready for this? My claim is, chin strap, that Ant-Man is the best of the Marvel movies. Bam, I said it. It is the literal best. It's not that the other movies are bad. They're fine. They're competent movies. But Ant-Man shines in a way the other movies don't. Can you deal with it? Alright, I want to keep the... So, when is the fair? Because I want to maybe keep the ancient fruit. Okay. So there is this there, the fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your ass on the floor. Gonna get down. Get down. Okay. Oh, what? She broke something. Don't break things. So I don't think I can. I will hold on to this fruit. I will turn this into seeds. Okay. This is very, very overwhelming currently. I am... This game has a tendency of overwhelming me so quickly. There we go. Alright, what else do I need? I need an apple. I need to stroke all my chickens. Have you seen this amazing video online where the chicken eats the mouse? That's kind of like such an amazing thing, where there's like this cat and he's like stalking this mouse, and the cat is like, you know, being like all catty, where it's like he doesn't really know, and he's like looking away and then looking at the mouse like he's like toying with the mouse, or maybe he's afraid of the mouse. And then suddenly from nowhere this chicken swoops in and eats the mouse. It's kind of amazing. Chickens are like that video convinced me of the theory that dinosaurs turned into chickens eventually. Because it was clearly evident from that video that this chicken was not toying around, that there was something sinister and dark in this chicken. A void, so to speak. Get it? Get it? I'm the smartest. Go away, you dog. Okay. Okay, this gets shipped. This gets shipped. Not really sure what to do with eggplants because, you know, I don't have any eggplants, I think. Yeah. Oh, I do. I have plenty of eggplants. Whatever. Go away. Ship this. I will keep the battery pack. Oh, Spider-Man 2 is fine. Spider-Man 2 is a great movie. What are you talking about? So Moldy McG says bold claim about my Ant-Man claim. In good faith, I'm not being dismissive of anything. What claims support your argument? So why do I think Ant-Man is a good movie? Well, I think it's very well written. I think it's very smart. But it's also not like pretentious. I don't like the word pretentious because every time somebody uses the word pretentious, they usually reveal themselves of being pretentious themselves. So the word I'm going to use it is not trying to be more than it is. It has some really nice characters, really great casting too. And so here's the thing. If you have like a movie, you know, when it's Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, you know, all those important, well-known super characters, you know, these are like characters that you know about, and their powers are something that you like. Yes, I would love to do that. I would love to fly like Superman, or I would love to cling to walls like Spider-Man. Like, you know, are very well of these abilities, and their abilities have been like very well established as desirable and something, you know, to be like amazed by, you know, and be like, okay, this is great. I want to watch this. And so, and in some way, that's kind of like easy. Or more like the only thing that those movies have to do is kind of like just, you know, satisfy this very specific thing that you already know was. If you're watching a Batman movie, you know what Batman does in that movie is probably, you know, very well established, well ahead. You know, it's like, oh yeah, okay, Batman will hide in the shadows and you know, do something sneaky and maybe punch up a bunch of dudes and you know. Maybe there's going to be some Joker. Oh, there's no Joker. Well, that was very bold of them, you know. Or Superman there's going to be some kryptonites, and, you know, there's this, like, this stuff. Maybe, like, the beats of the story are very well established, and, you know, the challenge of the superheroes, the limitations of those heroes are well established. And what usually those movies, I feel, tend to devolve in is, like, the superheroes just using their superhero abilities in, like, very predictable or not very, like, remarkable ways. Like, okay, yeah, Batman will jump in a bat car and drive away, and then use some gadgets on a bat car to defeat dudes. But with Ant-Man, it's like, it's not a very well-known hero. I never read any Ant-Man comic whatsoever, and I think like very few people, like there's like, it's not like one characters that people are very excited about. And so they had to like really work to make his ability really be interesting on the screen and be really like, okay, he actually can solve all those problems because X, Y, Z. And it's like they used like a really interesting formula that is actually, you know, very foreign to superhero movies, which is the heist formula. So they made like a heist movie, which is so weird for superhero movies, because superheroes movies seems to be about these, you know, they stand above everybody else. You know, the superhero is like, can do whatever they want. You know, they can't be stopped by police. They can just break into prisons and get people out, and no problem. Like Batman, just like no problem. He just ruins everything and just disappears. Nobody knows about. He's like always the smartest guy. And heist movies are kind of like the opposite. Like there is something overwhelming, and you're trying to get like a tiny little victory against this, or like get like a foot into the door of this overwhelming thing. And so that's actually not something that works well with a superhero formula. And yet they do it, and it works perfectly to the superhero abilities of Ant-Man. And so there's like a very different perspective, like a very, very low-key treatment of the superhero genre. Like it seems like, you know, it's, even though it's like a, you know, bullshit movie about you know, crazy things happening, but still it seems like a more down to earth like a more regular person kind of like superhero movie, like what a regular guy would do if they had superheroes abilities. Yeah, you could do a lot of automate things, but I think if you automate a lot of stuff in this game, then the game would just play itself, and then there would be nothing for you to do. And so I was like, when I watched the reason why, so to describe, you know, how Ant-Man works on me is like, I never knew anything about Ant-Man, and this didn't seem to me like a movie that I had to see or that had to exist for me. And Ant-Man won me over. Like once I was done with Ant-Man, I was like, yes, okay, this guy is great. I love everything about him. I want to see more of this. And I'm actually really excited. Like in 2018, I think the next movie comes out with the Wasp, and that was also a great reveal at the end. You know that the Wasp is coming, and I was like suddenly like I was on board with Ant-Man, and I feel like movies like Batman movies or Spider-Man movies don't have to do this. They don't have to get me on board with this stuff. I'm already on board when I start watching them. They just have to be, you know, passable. You know, they just have to not screw up. Okay, it's Friday. I think the caravan is here. And you know, the thing that's really great as well with Ant-Man, I have to do these things here, is that they have like so many crazy ideas, and they constantly play around like in this very cheeky kind of way between, you know, the high stakes battles that Ant-Man is having with his opponents, especially at the end, and you know the scale at which this battle is taking place, especially at the end, where they like fighting in this toy set, in this children's toy set, and there's like throwing wagons at each other, and it's like this epic fight. And then, you know, suddenly the camera zooms out, and it's like this tiny little toy set, and the model train is driving in circles, and suddenly it's like, you know, the train is about to run over somebody, and then it zooms out, and it's like this train just falls over like a toy. It's funny. It's the contrast is what's funny about it, and it kind of like it almost makes fun of superhero movies. It's kind of like it says like, oh, look how silly we are. Artist bookcase. I kind of like this. What does it do? Well, we don't have any of our desired articles. I see. I can agree with all of that. It certainly goes into place. Normal superhero movies don't do. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like the other movies are bad. Again, you know, I enjoy Avengers myself, and it's really fine. They're really like, especially Marvel movies are really solid. It's just I feel Ant-Man is like it's working. It has to work a bit harder, and it does, and that's what makes it great. I'm really interested in what they do with DC, because DC is like a really bad spot, and I've been talking with Nick about this. Nick is like, you know, always the contrarian. It's always like, no, this is like this great, and I am not convinced that this will work. So I'm gonna do a wooden path. How about we're gonna do although I do like this path. What kind of path is that? That's a cobblestone path, right? We could also do just a gravel. It's both stone. If I'm gonna make stone, I'm gonna get cobblestone. I could also get this wet floor. Now, floors on next to trees doesn't make sense. I'm gonna use cobblestones. It's fine. Okay. I'm sorry that I'm not talking. I'm very concentrated about this. This is very important to me. The design of this farm is top priority. So I'm gonna like completely swamp this with cobblestone. So no, we're gonna get no no crappy seeds appearing here. Everything is just gonna be. What is this? Is there a tree there? There's a tree there. Scrap. Okay. Okay, so this seems good. Maybe I should get like an extra, because I have some stones. If I do an extra thing, then let me put up this a little bit more, so I don't have to remove them from here. Let me like make a little way down here. Anyway, so what is the only thing I just want to say is, like, if you haven't watched Ant-Man, you probably should watch Ant-Man. It's a solid watch. Apparently a friend of mine said on... Oh gosh, I had more of those. A friend of mine said the guy who wrote Shaun of the Dead wrote it. And I can totally see that. Like, I think one of my favorite parts... Well, I have a lot of favorite parts of that movie, but the one that I was recently reminded of when I watched this was where the friend of Ant-Man guy retells like a story of how he learned about something, and there's like 2 of the sequences, and he has like this flashbacks basically where you see him talking to another person, that person tells him something, and then you see that person talking to another person. Like, you know, a friend of mine told me that, a friend of mine told me, and you always hear his voice in the background talking as he explains this, and in the flashbacks the people, like, their mouths are in sync with what he's saying, and he has like this really funny accent, and that often doesn't fit the people that are talking. So it's a visual gag. I'm explaining a visual gag, doesn't make sense, but it's very smart, and you know, it's reminiscent of the other movies that this guy wrote. It's like this kind of gag where it's like this very snappy visual comedy, audio-visual comedy, because, you know, the voice acting is also very important with that. You know, especially the DC movies, you know, superhero movies have to be fun and like, yay, we do the thing, and, you know, and we're being silly about us, and wink wink, let's do this, and and let's have fun. And also, it has a child that is not annoying in this movie. You know, a child, like, you know, usually children's like, oh, there's this kid again, oh, I'm just gonna cry again, whatever. And this time it's like this very cute girl, and, you know, there's this great scene that how she's introduced is like, he comes to a birthday party, and he gives her like this super creepy, ugly rabbit. And she's saying like, it's so ugly, I love it. And like, you know, that scene, that line just sold me on this entire kid, and was like, yes, okay, this kid is okay. This kid will be fine. Oh, look! Oh, what a nice collection of mushrooms we got here. That's cool. Purple mushrooms. Let's see, how many purple mushrooms do we have? Well, enough. We're gonna sell everything. Whatever. I don't care. But I do care a little bit. Good. I think I spent my entire day on the farm. Did I? Did I spend an entire day on the farm again? Well, I did spend time with this very important part of my farm, so that's good. That's good. Hey, Robin, how about that thing? Can you finish this up? Thanks. What day is it today? What is the next birthday we're looking for? Oh, Abigail is tomorrow. Oh, Abigail. Abigail is our girl. Our girl. Cool. So tomorrow, Abigail's birthday. Very important. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.